This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Wednesday. Jason Walker Show back inside Off the Wall Mancave on this weird Wednesday as far as weather-wise. More showers, more rain. Yeah. Golf league today, a little wet at times, but it was all right. We had fun. Big show coming up today. We'll talk to Sarah Layng, the Jefferson athletic director down in Boulder. Also the track coach. The boys, four straight Class B titles. And we'll talk to her about that. Also adding flag football in the fall. One of 12 new schools, bringing the total to 17 across the state of Montana, giving girls more opportunities for sports with flag football. East Helena amongst those as well. It's going to be awesome. So we'll talk to Coach Layng coming up, and a whole lot more on the way here on this Wednesday. Jason Walker Show, as always, Facebook, DX, Instagram, also on YouTube, Rumble, True Social. You can check us out anytime at Podbean, Network One Sports, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts. We're kind of everywhere. JasonWalkerShow.com. Top 100 podcasts in the country in multiple platforms, which is great. So, very, very cool. More troubles for the Arena Football League. Rapid City has announced it is folding. Maybe we just don't try these smaller leagues. They just always fail. I mean, how many renditions of the USFL and the AFL and the XFL and the World League and all of this? It's just, I know the Billings Outlaws are in there. It's just kind of a joke anymore. Jeff Fisher, the longtime NFL coach, appointed the interim commissioner a couple weeks ago. But if you're going to have a league, have owners that can pay their players. We saw it last year in Billings with the whatever league they were in before. Just, maybe we just don't do this anymore. If you're not good enough to make the NFL their CFL, just stop playing. I mean, it's every other week we're finding, something out with the AFL or this league or that league. Nobody really gives a crap about spring football, right? It's college football, it's the NFL and the CFL to a lesser extent. But come on, just let's be done with all these basically minor league leagues. You're not going anywhere if you're a player. Sorry to bust your bubble, but you're not moving up to the NFL next year. It's not going to happen. So, and if you're going to try one of these leagues, you've got to have owners that have the money to pay the players, the finance, everything that goes along with it. Just like being in the Yellowstone Club. You got to have a certain amount of money in your bank, like net assets or whatever, and then the initiation fees and all. I mean, just, if you can't afford it, don't do it. Plain and simple. Call me crazy, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. The Pioneer League is in full swing. No pun intended. We'll start talking more about that throughout the summer. We've got rodeo this week over in Darby. the Darby Yellowstone Extreme Pro Rodeo. The top bareback riders in the country all coming to Darby. It's the richest rodeo, one-day event for bareback, and it's going to be awesome. I was going to go over and then decided not to. So, it's like 3 hours, and I know the rodeo people travel a hell of a lot longer than that, but I'll stay in town, play some golf. Got a tournament kind of this weekend. It's a match play at the club, and I'll probably be one and done, but it's handicapped, so maybe I have a chance. I've got to play better. I've played terrible all year, and I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm swinging good, but oh well. Let's see here. A couple of signings. Avery Kraft is going to go play at Portland State, which is very cool. Good for her. New coach for the Haver High girls basketball team, Tommy Brown, longtime assistant, both the boys and the girls, taking over now for Dustin Kraske, who stepped down after building a dynasty. I mean, just unbelievable what they were able to do up there on the High Line. It's pretty impressive. I know they didn't win it this year, but man, what a run they've had. Let's see, what else? It's kind of that weird transition between, high school sports being done now and moving on into the summer months with Legion baseball and the such. But not a lot of stuff going on in Montana that's not traditional sports. But, I mean, there's fun stuff. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, just it's that weird transition. Because in the fall you go from football and volleyball to basketball and wrestling. There's just something for 9 months for the kids, which is great. And Legion baseball kicking it in, man. 2 months in, month and a half in, and it's gonna be a fun Legion stretch here, June, July, as they head to the state tournament, which is going to be awesome. Helena going for a third in 4 years. We'll get Coach Burnett on again. He's always fun to talk with. I texted him the other day, a meme. It was funny. It had to do with two guys seductively eating sushi from chopsticks from each other. And he's a huge Astros fan, so we called him Astros fans. It was fantastic. He's just a great dude to chat with. So we'll get him on again. Continental Divide Radio, by the way, playing the music of your memories, 70-plus years worth of the music of your memories, and it is fantastic. Go over there anytime and check it out. Of course, this show airs there on Continental Divide Radio, 5 o'clock every day. And Mark Allen at 1 o'clock. We just have great music. I have a morning show there, Jaywalk in the morning, 6 to 10. And we take requests. We have fun. We talk about cool stuff. But that's what we do. The Walk-Up, brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. You've got 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams in your budget, milled, handcrafted, in timber frame. They will work with you. They have over 15 different floor plans. You can go in with your own, work with them, and your budget. It's going to last for generations. You got the finest craftsmen available. Montana Custom Log Homes, yourcustomlog.com to get started today. So I was looking at the NCAA big settlement last week, right? $2.8 billion or something like that. And so the NCAA and its 5 largest conferences along together need to figure out where $2.8 billion is going to come from to pay over the next 10 years. But scholarships, that's the big worry. Are they going to go away or not? And they won't. But what sports will suffer? And it's going to trickle down to, Montana, Montana State, MSUB, maybe even the NAIA schools as far as scholarships. The NCAA Division 1 and 2, because D3 doesn't provide scholarships, but 1 and 2 supply more than $3.6 billion in scholarships annually to more than 180,000 athletes. But, D1, bowl subdivision football programs get out 85 full scholarships. FCS level at 63, but those are spread amongst other players. D2, 36 scholarships is all they can offer for a roster of 80 to 100, 120. Baseball, soccer, softball are teams that are going to struggle like this because of the money. And, the NCAA has become a business. You got the NIL, but 2 power conference schools told Yahoo Sports they're going to try to add more than 100 additional scholarships, which will cost $9 to $10 million per year. Clemson only has 21 sports. Stanford has 38. So Clemson's planning on $5 to $7 million annually once the settlements are enacted. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt some of the smaller schools. And will we see, between the NCAA and scholarship money now in this settlement, between NIL, between Title IX and transgender athletes, we're going to see a lot of changes in the sports landscape as we know it moving forward in the next 5 to 10 years or sooner. It's scary. But, man, good luck if you're a high school athlete trying to get a scholarship somewhere. Man. Let's see here. What else did we see? That's about it, really, outside of, news that's going on. My Mets are struggling. Oh, they're terrible. So bad. My top player in my fantasy league, Ronald Acuna, tears his ACL. Second time in 6 years. He's done. My fantasy team sitting in third, had a good chance. He was struggling. But now I wonder how it's going to hurt Marcell Ozuna in the Braves lineup because I have him on my fantasy team too. So they're going to pitch around Ozuna now, who's playing at an MVP level. And I know nobody cares about your fantasy team except you, but it's what I think about. It's what I think about. I also think about Jefferson High and the success they've had over the last few years in all athletics. And that includes boys track, where they won a 4th straight state championship over the weekend down in Laurel. And we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll check in with the head coach and the athletic director. Sarah Layng will join us about that. And we'll discuss flag football, how it came to be down there in Boulder. Just got an email. I don't know who it's from, and I'll check it later. This is the Jason Walker Show. Sarah Layng, Jefferson High coach, next, coming up on a Wednesday.
As the industry leader, Montana Custom Log Homes is your path to the custom log home you've always dreamed of. Whether you use your own plans or select from their 15-plus beautiful milled log home designs, they're committed to bringing your vision to life. Imagine your home crafted with over 50 years of experience by Montana's finest craftsmen and built to last for generations. They specialize in authentic, genuine log homes full of character and warmth, but offer more than just homes. They manage every detail, from majestic handcrafted and timber frame homes to log accents, inviting entryways, project management, and stunning stairs and railings. Start your exciting journey today. Visit yourcustomlog.com and create the log home of your dreams. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media,
They have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little, or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. Join us in Billings for a weekend of fun as we celebrate the 2024 class of the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. The weekend kicks off with golf at Pryor Creek with your chance to either register a team or golf with a current or past inductee. Saturday begins with the second annual Speak Up Symposium discussing mental health in student athletes. Featured speakers include Robert Dorr, Ryan Wetzel, and Capri Richardson. Then the festivities kick into high gear with the red carpet event at 5 p.m. hosted by Jason Walker as the inductees, past and present, stop by for a quick visit. The banquet begins at 6 p.m. and this year's class is loaded with great professional talent from Montana high schools and colleges, including Chase Reynolds, Mark McGrath, Brock Osweiler, and Mark Mariani. The 2024 Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony and banquet, June 21st and 22nd at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center. Get your tickets now at any Universal Athletic store or online at mtfootballhof.com. Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio. Casey Damon is a sixth-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377. The Yellowstone Derby Extreme Bareback, the PRCA's richest bareback event in the nation, hits Darby, Montana, June 1st and 2nd at the Richard Cromwell Memorial Grounds. Gates open at noon, June 1st, and 3 p.m. June 2nd with Calcuttas both days. Saturday's qualifier offers $10,000 in added money with the top 10 riders returning Sunday to join the top 20 PRCA bareback riders in the world, with $50,000 up for grabs. Get your tickets now. The Yellowstone Derby Extreme Bareback, Darby, Montana, June 1st and 2nd. Visit darbyrodeo.org for tickets now.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
I know what boys like. I know what guys want. I know what boys like. I got what boys like.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
The Waitresses reached number 62 on this date back in 1982. It's a cult classic, right? Never was a chart favorite, but welcome back, Off the Wall Mancave. Segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn. Coming up, we're going to talk about statistics in baseball. But it was a heck of a weekend for the Jefferson High boys as they win a fourth straight track and field Class B state championship, and they are coached by the athletic director. Her name is Sarah Layng, and she joins us now on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, I reached out yesterday because you're the AD, you're the all-knowing everything at Jefferson High. I said, hey, I need to talk to the track coach at Jefferson, and she goes, that'd be me. And so the easiest contact you've ever had to share with me, Coach. How are you?
Yes, good. How are you doing?
I am wonderful.
Good.
What a great weekend. What a great last really few years for Jefferson High athletics. But a fourth straight boys track title. Was this the hardest?
Looking at the points at the end, we'd say no, but it felt like maybe it could be, just because there was unknowns and we had some injuries and that we were kind of working throughout the season, and but a lot of our main scorers are pretty consistent in their competitors, so we knew we could pull it off. We were a little worried about Red Lodge and then maybe Loyola sneaking in behind us, maybe scoring some points, when we aren't focusing on stuff. But so yes and no. Friday we didn't really know where we were at 1 point ahead, but we had some things not necessarily go our way or what we anticipated or predicted. But we knew going in that most of our points were going to fall on Saturday anyway, just with the throwing events. So, and then most of our distance races occurring on Saturday as well. So, but yeah, it was definitely some nail biting for sure.
As a coach, how often are you guys sitting there throughout the day in any track meet, whether it's a regular season event or especially at state, going, okay, well, we've got this point or these points coming up. We have these points in the bag. There's these points coming up. Is there how often are you guys consistently looking at points going, like Anna DeMar a couple weeks ago with golf was like, all right, well, there's this score, this score, this score. If things go this way, so to speak. Yeah.
That's kind of funny because a lot of people think we look at points and just really there's a lot of pressure and stuff on the kids and things. And the kids look at that stuff a lot just with athletic.net. We don't talk about it very much as coaching staff or with the kids at all. We really emphasize throughout the season. We don't really care where they're at that point in time. We keep track of, where other people are and how they're performing throughout the state. But we really don't talk about it much. We just really emphasize just improvement every week and just where we're at. And we know the ultimate goal is state, and the kids know that as well. They're prepared and everything. And so we try to manage, like if there's injuries or illnesses, and we try to manage leading up to peak performance at the end of the season, because that's what really is the main goal for everybody.
Sure.
But we don't talk about points a lot throughout the season at all. And we don't really care how people necessarily, how many points they get or how our team necessarily does throughout the season. we do, we want them to do well, but we just figure if everybody's improving and doing their job, everything works out, and we're happy with that. We'd rather see just individual improvements and stuff throughout the season and healthy athletes too.
I'm sure you're sitting there. Sorry. I'm sure you're sitting there.
No, you're good.
Saturday morning at breakfast in the hotel going, all right, well, we've got the shot. So that's, did you know it was going to be a clean sweep? I mean, top 1 through 4 when you go Dalton Noble, Taven Master, Luke Oxart, and Kanan.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. No, going into on Saturday morning, we thought, based on where everybody else was in the points, like, for example, Red Lodge, they were predicted to get and different things like that. We were still about 10 points down. So we kind of just, I know myself as a coach, I was just coming to terms with, okay, well, we'll probably be second this year. One of those things. I was trying not to get my hopes up, and so I was preparing myself. And I think some of the other coaches were too, but you never know about track, but also sprints are hard. Like, it's really hard to win a state title when you're loaded up with the sprints, because you never know what other people, they're so dicey.
Sure.
If you got a bad start, or if you have a little bit of full hamstring, and it takes a lot out of you to do 3 or 4 sprints throughout the day, that really exhausts you athletes more than, you think they do. But yeah, so, and I always say throughout the season, like with our distance runners running so many events too, I'm like, they're built for this. This is what they practice for. They run 3 times more than this in practices every day, and they can handle it.
Sarah Layng joining us. She is the Jefferson track coach, 4 straight boys title. Big points from Luke Mest. He didn't win the mile or the 2 mile, but finishing second gave you guys some great points in distance, which weren't there recently. Yeah. So our distance team has really, they kind of got the itch a few years ago. Luke and Logan, and then Dominic was hurt, but they all went to the state meet. Dom came along just to watch and stuff, but Logan and Luke competed, and they saw us win, one of our state titles, and they were like, we're going to be a part of this. We're going to contribute. We're not just going to be here. We're going to contribute and stuff. So they've been really working hard year round, and them winning a state cross country championship this year too. Just, it's awesome. That's huge right there. And they had that goal, and they worked hard in cross country season, and it just carries over, and they spend a lot of hours and time, and people don't realize the mental taxing that it takes for a distance runner. But they're very mentally tough athletes, and Luke Mest is super competitive also. So it's really cool to watch that, and they're a goofy bunch. They cheer everybody on, and, they do their thing and stuff. And we just kind of back off, and you guys know what you have to do. And they do it. They're competitive, and they work together, and they're, cheer each other on, and it's cool to watch. It's funny because I over the years, I've always thought of distance runners as kind of, the nerds, the chess team, the catchers on the baseball or softball team, right?
Yeah.
They're just kind of the quote unquote outcasts that they just kind of hang out on their own because they're always running. I mean, what else are they doing? They're just running. They run a mile, and then they go run some more, and then they come back and run it too. I mean, it's just, they're all over the place. But without them, you guys probably don't win this title, and it was fantastic.
No, they were huge. Yeah, they were awesome. They were incredible, and they had some ups and downs and things, and they get down on themselves too, and and they don't perform their best, and they don't feel like they're pulling their weight, so to speak. But it wouldn't happen without them, for sure.
Well, it's funny. You look at, you see track pictures, right? And you see these guys like Dalton and Taven and Luke up there, just these monsters. and then
we got the cross country. Yeah, it's kind of on the pool for sure. Our giants, and then next door little guys.
It's so funny. Talking with Sarah Layng, the Jefferson High athletic director and track coach, and we mentioned earlier it's been a great run for athletics over the last few years. And, another golf tournament championship on the boys' side. You've had great success. No titles, but success on the volleyball court, the basketball court. Wrestling has been just amazing. Why is the athletic department gotten so much stronger over the last decade?
I don't know. I contribute that. We have great kids. The senior class especially is going to be really hard to replace. There's some big shoes to fill. They're leaders and they work hard and they are extremely competitive. We have some great kids coming back too, but just across the board, the senior class is pretty tough. They're really awesome. They work together, they cheer each other on, and there's really no drama with that class, which is really nice and kind of unheard of.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of it too is I think we have so many kids that they're in the weight room and they're just high achievers. Our weight classes are full. We have had 4 or 5 weight classes the past few years, and they're completely maxed out. Clint does a great job with them in the weight room on the programs that he has, and it's just really popular to do that. And then I think we have great coaching staff throughout the board, across the board, and they, in the summer we have well-attended open gyms and open field, open weight rooms. There's over 100 kids a day up at the high school just working to get better. And I think once you have success, though, that breeds success.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a part of that. And so it kind of takes on its own form, and it becomes a little bit easier to do as far as motivating athletes to work hard and to work in the off season and do all these things that are truly what, those are the things that kind of contribute to most of your success, I think, in athletics, is a lot of that just internal drive and that off-season work that the kids do by themselves. That's a huge piece right there, that it's hard and it's not always fun and it's a lot of hours and kids make a lot of sacrifices, but to get these kind of successes and state champions and ships and things, that's the ultimate reward, and what's cool too, like in track, is the kids, they want to be the individual champions or break records and stuff. And that's awesome. But they really get super excited about seeing like that championship banner hanging in the gym or things like that. That's really what's important to them. They're always up there staring at the record boards, like, I'm going to get this one, which is super cool. I remember doing that myself as a little kid.
Yep.
Just like, this is my goal, and it's not, you would think it's real, selfish or individual based kind of thing, but it's not. It's, I guess my philosophy is you work hard and you do those things, you don't worry about it, but you have goals. Everybody has to have goals, and the success, then it'll just take care of itself at that point,
Yep. How many more McMasters do we have? How many more Oxarts are coming through?
Oh my gosh, I know. We don't have any more McMasters.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be tough to replace for sure. He's definitely he's a gamer for sure. Him and Dalton, boy, they know how to step up and compete when the going gets tough. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What they did in the shot and discus was just unreal. It was just unheard of. It was super cool to watch. And then Oxart, we have, which I'm excited about. We have a freshman Oxart coming in next year. So, and since I have a freshman daughter too and a sophomore, so that'll be fun.
Yes. Well, I was going to ask you, because you added flag football, which is fantastic. We're going from 5 to 17 schools with flag football this fall, which is awesome. And Arthur Blank, the Atlanta Falcons, behind this 100%. I got to call the state championship last year, and
that's cool.
It is so fun to watch. I know East Helen is adding it.
Yeah.
Are your girls going to play that, or are they going to do volleyball? Because you've got them. Clint's not going to let them, if they got a chance to play football. Come on.
I know. And they know how to throw the football, that's for sure. And they understand the game. They know positions. They know.
I know.
They understand football.
How bummed is Mackenzie, though? Because that's the football girl in the family right there.
I know, right? Yeah. Honestly, though, they're going to continue to play volleyball.
Okay. Well, they could do both.
They said, yeah, they can do both. But I think we'll just kind of wait and see how it plays out. But, yeah, for sure. I think they would definitely, especially our freshman girl right now, Brianna, she'd probably be really good on the football field, but she's pretty strong. But no, I think that I think right now their love is volleyball, and so we'll see though. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, take me through.
I still kind of. Yeah.
Well, take me through the decision to add it, because it is such a growing sport across the country. I mean, they have over 5,000 girls in Georgia. They play at the Georgia down there. But why add it now, and what goes behind this? Like I said, I'm behind it 100%. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. We've had some representatives from the Atlanta Falcons come and speak to us at the MHSA meetings and different things like that, so I've listened to them and been probably like 3 or 4 times those last year, and was kind of interested, and stuff, but I didn't really know. I don't know if I would, because volleyball is so popular here.
Yeah.
We had over 50 girls out last year, but also in my mind, I'm like, well, that might help our volleyball numbers a little bit, bringing those. I mean, I don't want to lose volleyball girls, but 55 is a lot, almost too many in a Class B school. So, so I was kind of that, and I don't know. And then last year for the Cat Grizz game, they held like a kind of an open house type of deal, and they invited 2 people from various schools just to come, and they listened to they had a brunch at this hotel and stuff, and gave you tickets to the Cat Grizz game, and had all the coaches, the current coaches in like football talking and everything, coaches from like Butte, both Butte High and Glacier, and all those schools, Lockwood, and so of course Clint really was like, yeah, I'll go. We get free Cat Grizz tickets, so he went up and looked too, and just what really sold me was listening to the coaches and talking about how their program and how it's affected some other girls. And it's really helped just with girls that are kind of, some of them that really didn't fit into a particular sport, and they were kind of struggling with school or mental health issues pretty significantly and things. And a couple of the coaches were just moved to tears at how it's changed their lives for the good. And that honestly really affected Clint. He kind of got teary-eyed and stuff listening to that and everything. He was sold right away. And listening to the coaches, I was really sold then too. And so we came back and we're like, I think this could go. And we did talk to, and our principal was behind it and stuff 100%. And so then we contacted and said, yeah, we're in, we want to try it. And when we have a JHS day, we call it, where all the incoming freshmen come in, people talk to them about their different things. And we had about 30 girls showing interest in possibly being a part of it. And
awesome.
Just talking to girls throughout the school, and a bunch of them were excited about it. So then there's kind of so I touched base with them, and then they have this big grant application that it was actually, I think it's more just going through the hoops and stuff, but it was a pretty big process to go through. I had to get a lot of different data and stuff, and it took a lot of time to fill out this grant application. And so then we were awarded a grant to finance this for 3 years. And you got to kind of make a plan in place after that and different things like that. And so then we were accepted, and they pay for your uniforms and all that stuff, and through Nike. And so we got those ordered, and yeah, so when we, I knew we could do it, but getting that final, yep, you're in acceptance email was super exciting. I don't know if I've been more excited about really anything in a while. That it was just like, all right, we did it. This is awesome. It's coming to fruition for our school. And we have a lot of really excited parents and kids and things like that. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll be exciting.
Well, like I said, I got to call the state championship down in Butte last year, and watching those girls compete and the fun that they were having, the athleticism that's out there, and it's just another showcase. And you bring up the mental health, and it's such a big deal nowadays with young ladies of, where do we have an opportunity? Well, here it is, and it's a physical sport, it's an athletic sport, and I can't wait for more schools to get behind this and to go from 3 the first year to 5 the second year and now 17.
17. I know. I was super excited seeing some teams close by that are taking this, that are implementing as well. I was excited to see East Helena and then Three Forks and some other schools, because I was thinking, well, we're traveling to Poplar and we're going to Wolf Point and we're going to Lockwood or Hardin. I was like, well, we're going to have some big bus trips. Yeah. So when I saw some of these closer schools, actually, I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Oh, no,
that'll be fun.
And I think East Helena, I heard 43 or 47 girls are interested in this.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Awesome. I mean,
that's amazing.
The Glacier numbers were huge. Flathead, Lockwood, Butte High. Yeah. St. Ignatius was a little low. They were stealing girls from volleyball to play both.
Yeah.
And cross country runners too. But it's, man, I'm so excited for you guys. And
it'll be fun. It'll be exciting, I think.
Yeah,
it'll be really cool.
I'm looking forward to it, especially that Jefferson East Helena matchup's going to be awesome.
That might be a little rivalry.
I know. It's going to be fun. And now we just need Townsend to add
sure.
It,
Yeah, there we go.
We get so who's going to coach for you guys? Do you know yet?
Cassidy Parsons is going to be the head coach.
Perfect.
Yeah. I know. I looked at her and I went, "Oh, there we go. She'll fit right in."
Yes, she will. She'll be over at your house a lot this summer talking to Clint about.
I know. Well, it's funny. Yeah, Clint was like, "Well, I can help her. I got some plays and stuff she can use." And I'm like, "This is different. This is not 11-man and tackle." And it's funny. He's pretty excited too. And we got girls walking around the hall. I've been practicing throwing football and
that's awesome.
And doing all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty exciting.
Well, here's what you do. You do what Glacier did. You get your best javelin or shot put thrower and make her the quarterback.
There we go. Oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go.
And just, you fill up the athleticism on the outside with speed and and good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe some hurdlers, but you can't do that in flag. Football anyway, you hurdle people.
No.
They got the speed. That's supposed to anyway.
Oh, it's fantastic. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And, that's going to be a great thing in the fall. Hey, congratulations on the championship.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time, and congratulations on all the success that Jefferson's been having. It's fun to watch, and we're just up the road, so it's
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is Sarah Layng joining us, Jason Walker Show in the Off the Wall Mancave, and she's had a great run with the boys track team, especially, but also volleyball, basketball, all the sports, football, semifinals year after year it seems, and it's great. It's great. Good things happening down there in Jefferson. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Major League Baseball has integrated the Negro League stats into the Major League Baseball stats. And we'll tell you what it means when we come back. Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. As the industry leader, Montana Custom Log Homes is your path to the custom log home you've always dreamed of. Whether you use your own plans or select from their 15-plus beautiful milled log home designs, they're committed to bringing your vision to life. Imagine your home crafted with over 50 years of experience by Montana's finest craftsmen and built to last for generations. They specialize in authentic, genuine log homes full of character and warmth, but offer more than just homes. They manage every detail, from majestic handcrafted and timber frame homes to log accents, inviting entryways, project management, and stunning stairs and railings. Start your exciting journey today. Visit yourcustomlog.com and create the log home of your dreams.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little, or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
May 29th, 1982, this song was released. Oh, what a great one. Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. Yep, Rocky 3, right? Yep. What a good one. Is this 2 or 3? I think it was Rocky 3. Either way, it's a hell of a song. Welcome back to this segment, the final one of the day in the Off the Wall Mancave. It is brought to you by Copper Club Casino, Bowser's, Lucky Dog Casino. Drink and gamble responsibly. So the Major League Baseball announced yesterday that it has integrated all of the stats from the Negro Leagues into the Major League Baseball record books, which now completely changes the statistics. So forever, Ty Cobb's 367 average, highest career batting average, has been tops. Well, now it will be Josh Gibson, who averaged 372 in the Negro Leagues. Gibson is also going to be at the top of the slugging percentage, then higher than Babe Ruth. 466 batting average that he had in a season, which is higher than Ted Williams' 406. The top 10 list for batting average, slugging percentage, on base percentage will change. It will include Oscar Charleston, who will move to third on batting average. Judd Wilson's now going to be fifth. Turkey Stearns sixth. Buck Leonard eighth. Satchel Paige's ERA of 1.01 in 1944 will now be the third lowest single-season ERA of all time. And the top of the leaderboard for on-base percentage will read Ted Williams, Babe Ruth, Josh Gibson. And players who were in both leagues, such as Jackie Robinson, who had 1,518 hits with the Brooklyn Dodgers, will now get an extra 49 hits added from his career with Kansas City Monarchs in 1945. And Minnie Minoso's 150 hits from his New York Cuban days gets him over 2,000 for his career. I'm not sure how I feel about it. And I've been to the Negro League Museum, the history, it's amazing. I have no problem with the Negro League being into the Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame, but they didn't play in the majors. Regardless of why, right? Racism, I get it. It was absolutely shitty. The Negro League players should have been playing in the majors from day one. But their stats were from the Negro Leagues. It's like saying a player that played in Japan can now add his stats. You know, Ichiro or, you know, any of the great pitchers we've seen. I don't know how I feel about it. And I don't know. I mean, I'm all for the Negro League being in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Integral part of baseball. 100%. And if you've never been to the Negro League Museum, Baseball Hall of Fame in Kansas City, you need to go check it out. I've been there 3 times, and you learn something new every time, and it's amazing. Bob Kendrick has done a great job with that Negro League Museum. But stats, I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how fans accept this. And became official on the website, I believe, on MLB.com today. So next time we have John Burnett on, the head coach of the Helena Senators, a baseball fanatic, I'll ask him his thoughts on that. Let's do On This Day in History. It is May the 29th, 2024. It is National Flip-Flop Day. Not politician flip-flop, but actual flip-flops. Or thongs. That's what we used to call them growing up, thongs, not flip-flops. Coca Vin Day. Never had it. Paperclip Day as well. Let's see, on this date, 1942, Bing Crosby recorded the song White Christmas, written by Irving Berlin. Just 18 minutes to record it. The best-selling single in the world. Over 100 million copies sold. Bob Hope, born on this date, 1903. Elvis's granddaughter, 1989, was born Riley Keough. Dennis Hopper, played shooter in Hoosiers, passed away on this date in 2010. 1939, Al Unser Sr. was born, and then on this date in 1971, the defending champ became the first and only driver to win the Indy 500 on his birthday. Joe Niekro hit his only home run of his 22-year career on this date in 1976. It came off his brother Phil. Dan Weldon in 2005 won the Indy 500. Won it again in 2011 on this date. Passed away 4 months later in Vegas in a terrible crash in the race. Met him down in Colorado at Pikes Peak International Speedway. Got a chance to go over from Grand Junction when I was working there at KREX Television and interview him and Elio Castroneves and Danica Patrick and others. It was great. The pop-up toaster patent on this date, 1919, Charles Streit. Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, the first to reach the summit of Mount Everest on this date in 1953, and it was Tenzing Norgay's birthday. The 2004, this date, it's 20 years now, World War II Memorial dedicated in D.C. If you have not seen that, you need to. It was, wow. What an experience seeing that up close and personal. Didn't get to the mic in time. Sneezing. Wow. Allergies. Never had them. Maybe it was the coffee. A little strong. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. Closed this week, back open next week. A well-deserved vacation for Miss Lou and the gang over there at Cafe Zydeco. And as soon as they open back up next week, I will be there chowing down on a po' boy. No doubt. Take the little one for a beignet. We'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks to Sarah Layng for joining us. Jefferson High coach, athletic director as well. If you missed anything, JasonWalkerShow.com. You can always check it out there. Previous shows. Yesterday, Mike Miller from Capital High Softball. The Todorovich sisters from Helena High Track. And JasonWalkerMedia.com. Check out Continental Divide Radio. Also at the Odyssey app, the TuneIn app, Apple App Store. And just say, Alexa, play Continental Divide Radio. And it works with Apple CarPlay as well. Take us with you wherever you go. Thanks to our sponsors, our fans. Couldn't do it without you. Love it. Jaywalk in the Mornings, Off the Wall Studios tomorrow at 6 a.m. on Continental Divide Radio. Jason Walker Show back tomorrow at 5. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.